It's Al Cole from CBS Radio, host of the syndicated talk show People of Distinction, cluing you in that in our 21st century, I'll tell you, products and services are sold through video. That's right, so sell it through video at Al Cole Enterprises and SAG 14 Production Company. You got it, and right now you got it too. Enjoy another outstanding audio clip from our international guest list featuring my son, the fantastic Benji Cole, on People of Distinction.
And on the line with us today, we have Carol Handy. We'll be discussing her book, Journey of Sorrow, Journey of Hope. Available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, but not just there, guys. You have to go directly to her website if you really want to get the full experience, because not only at her website will you be able to find this particular title, but you'll also be able to find other books that Carol has in her repertoire, and you'll be able to purchase it directly through the site, as well as gain more information on her herself. So that website is booksbycarolhandy.com. And guys, just so you're aware, Carol was brought to People of Distinction today by some of the best movers in the business. Ingress Advertising Publishing. You can find them at ingressadvertising.com. And guys, I'm so excited to have Carol here on the line, because the book that we're going to be discussing, Journey of Sorrow, Journey of Hope, is exactly that. It's a journey. And it's a journey that follows three protagonists in the story on their journey. And it's a historical fictional narrative, okay? So basically what that means is it's a fictional narrative. So it is all created, but it's steeped in realistic historical circumstances. And I'm so excited to have Carol here on the line to go ahead and explain all of this for us, because, you know, she's going to be able to do it much, much better than I ever could. Carol, let's jump right into your book, okay? Journey of Sorrow, Journey of Hope. Tell us a little bit about the book.
Well, the book is a story. It takes place at the end, from the middle to the end of the 19th century. And it was a time when there was a new religious movement being born in Persia. And it made a lot of enemies, because the local religion was not happy with what they perceived as competition. So there was a lot of persecution that went on. People were killed and so forth. And during this time, of the founder, the prophet founder of this religion was a person who went by the title of Baha'u'llah, which is an Arabic word that means the glory of God. And he wrote letters to the kings and rulers of what was then considered the civilized world, which would be Europe and part of the Middle East, and one to the United States and Canada, and told the kings and rulers of these areas the things that God wanted them to do to lead the world safely into the 19th century. And as you might well imagine, they paid no attention to it, because they didn't know who this man was. So they didn't listen. And the result of that was that they continued along the lines that they'd been following, making the decisions they'd been making, and doing the things that were habitual to them. And the result of it was that we ended up in the First World War, which destroyed a system that had been stable off and on. I mean, for the most part, stable for many, many years. And it upset Europe so completely that it's never quite recovered. We're still dealing with the fallout from that original World War. World War II was really more of a continuation than it was a separate conflict. And but because of this, these letters were important, and the advice was important, and the world needed to hear this.
It's Al Cole from CBS Radio, host of the syndicated talk show People of Distinction, cluing you in that in our 21st century, I'll tell you, products and services are sold through video. That's right, so sell it through video at Al Cole Enterprises and SAG 14 Production Company. You got it, and look forward to enjoying other outstanding audio clips from our international guest list featuring my son, the fantastic Benji Cole, on People of Distinction.